Pam Gross is an Inuit youth from northern Canada who took part in the climate change conference. Back home, she makes films with her community about how global warming is changing their way of life.
I'm in Copenhagen, Denmark, attending the COP15 conference as a part of a delegation called Conversations with the Earth.
Yes, when do we want it? Now! What do we want? Climate finance!
There are 6 community hubs from Panama, Philippines, Peru, Kenya, Cameroon, and the Canadian Arctic here. And we're sharing our voices on the Indigenous perspective on climate change. This past summer, I was working in my home community. We started to interview elders from the community on their experiences so far with climate change.
The ice conditions say so they're changing, and then there's the weather, and especially the UV rays, like it's a little too much now, so too hot.
Most of the elders that we were talking to lived on the land and were born on the land. They had so much to say. It was such a learning experience. Can already see the effects happening in the north, and over the last 40 years, and even in my lifetime, the elders and the hunters and the people that live in the north are starting to notice drastic changes happening to our environment. We are people who have survived on the land for thousands of years, and to have the traditional knowledge be passed on from the elders to our generation now is a great way to keep our culture alive. There are quite a lot of effects that are being noticed in the north. The elders are noticing that the animals don't taste the same as when they were growing up, and they think that it was probably due to pollution. I know this past spring in my community, the char weren't coming to their spot when they normally do, and people were starting to wonder, where are the fish, where are the char? So another noticeable thing happening in the north is an unexpected change in weather patterns, and this comes from unexpected blizzards to heavy rains in the summer. Ice is going away faster than it usually does. All this affects the way that we maintain our hunting and our fishing. If we have to adapt, then are we losing our culture? Are we going to be able to survive? Are we going to have to relocate because the waters are going to probably increase? And like living in Nunavut, all the communities except one are coastal communities. So that means that, you know, we might have to move our communities higher up. We're going to have to deal with these issues in the future.
Join us next week when we travel to the west coast of Canada, where one Indigenous community is racing against time to save an endangered species.